Hello, everyone. My name is Kobe Holguin, and I am the Regional Admissions Counselor here at Cal State Channel Islands. And I am an alumni. I actually just graduated in May with my degree in health science and a minor in psychology. So shout out to the psych majors. Woohoo! I saw that. So if you guys have any questions in those programs, I'm definitely throw them my way, and I would be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Kobe. And if we can have one of our student ambassador introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Emmy. I'm from San Diego, and I'm a student here at CI as well as an ambassador. And I come from San Diego.
Thank you so much. So for today, we're going to have such a great day. But before we start, I definitely want to go through a little couple of housekeeping. We will be going over a couple of slides, and within the slide, you'll see some QR codes. So you could either do a couple of things. You could take a picture of it, or you could get your phone, hover through the QR code, and I'll direct you to the website that's specifically for that page that we're going over, which will provide you additional information. Second, I definitely want to make sure that you guys want to use some of the emojis that we have in here. So I just kind of want to get everybody's feel. Can you all give me a heart or thumbs up that you, one, you can hear me, and two, you guys can, perfect. So awesome. Definitely, this is going to help me for those of you who have any questions. If you could raise your hand as well. I definitely want to use this session a little bit more intimate. So towards the end, oh, I love those emojis on the chat. Awesome, thank you. I feel like, is that new? I don't think I've ever used it there before. But that's pretty cool. Yes, Star, happy Halloween. We're so close. We're a couple of weeks away. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I do want to give some time for us to open up for any questions that you guys all may have, and also some, support towards the end of our session. So if you need help with your intent to enroll, we'll be here to support you. All right. So I wanted to start off first, just kind of giving you the definition between provisional and final admissions. So as of right now, majority of you already, or actually all of you, already got your provisional offer letter of admissions. And basically what that means is that we had admitted you based on what you self-reported in your Cal State Apply application. So once that's done, you should have got that information via email or also by mail. Then we have another version, which is our final offer of admissions, which is basically giving you the final admissions. We got your transcripts, all the information is correct from what you self-reported, and now congratulations, you are officially a CI Dolphin family member. So that's just the difference between the two. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the resend process, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, so let's talk a little more about the 3-step intent to enroll process. So has everybody got or has done their intent to enroll? Raise your hand. Yes, awesome. And
I couldn't find, well, I tried doing it yesterday, but I don't know if it had officially loaded. So I'm not sure if it's loaded now for me to be able to do so to take the approval, I guess.
Sure. And you know what we'll do towards the end of our session, we can actually check to see if it went through or not, and kind of help you from there. And
okay.
We definitely want to just make sure that we get to support everyone and that you were able to do it. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for responding.
All right, where was the question asking if our admissions and whatnot have been accepted? Like the whole 1 through 3 step was through?
Yes.
Just double check.
Yeah, if you all have already completed or started at least your intent to enroll.
I've actually completed everything, but I still have the incomplete symbol on it, even though I accepted it, chose the mandatory orientation session and paid the orientation fee. So
and I'm actually going to kind of go over that. So you're not the
okay,
only
okay,
one.
okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. I want to make sure because that was like my one question because I've been checking on it. I'm like, what's happening? But okay.
Yes, you're not alone. We get that question all the time. So I'm actually going to go over that in a little bit.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much.
So for those of you who have not completed your intent to enroll, what is the intent to enroll? It's basically 3 simple steps. It's accepting your admissions. It's just saying accept. Number 2, choose your orientation session. So there's only 2 dates, December 1st or December 2nd. And it's specifically per major. So whatever your major is on that specific date, that would be the date that you would choose. And then pay the $50 orientation fee. And that's about it. So it's pretty simple in how to complete your intent to enroll. Please remember, intent to enroll deadline is this Friday. So please do that as soon as possible. If you have any issues or you're having technical issues, this is the time, this is the day that we can clear that for you and just make sure that there's no hiccups by Friday. Although you have 11:59, you never know that 11:59 and it doesn't go through. What we don't want to do is have to withdraw your application because you didn't complete your intent to enroll. So just make sure, use this time to ask us questions, okay? All right.
Where
So-
would we find the to schedule the orientation?
So actually, there's a QR code here. And Kobe, if you can provide that link as well for the group, just so they have that information. They'll give you the dates of when orientation would be.
Okay.
All right. So for orientation, just a couple of things that what to prepare for. So it is a 1-day in-person orientation. We don't exactly have the timeline of how long it will be, but it's going to be such a great day because you'll be getting a lot of information during orientation. You'll have some financial aid support. There's also going to be academic advising there, and also you'll get to meet with some of the orientation leaders. So it's going to be a really good informative session and also meet some faculty as well. Now, before orientation, you will be getting an email from the orientation department on steps on what to do next. So for before orientation. So you'll get a Dolphin link that kind of gives you into this platform that gives you some information about Title IX. And it also just gives you some, student service support and everything that you are going to need to just prepare yourself prior to orientation. So just look out for that email. Most likely they'll get you, that email will be sent to you a couple of weeks prior to orientation. So I'm thinking like towards mid-November, end of November. So just look out for your email. Also, please check your spam. Sometimes it gets sent there. So, and if it's like already like 2-3 days before orientation and you didn't get anything, I would just reach out to them, okay? So academic advising. So for our transfer student, this is a big deal because you guys are coming from a community college and you've taken so many courses at the community college level. You want to make sure that you have your courses posted on a timely manner. And the reason why that is because academic advising will get to see what classes you've already taken. So then it's going to help us guide you, which you'll have what we call our guided registration, to help you choose the classes that you need to make sure you graduate in a timely manner. So does everybody want to graduate after 2 years?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I am actually a first-gen transfer student at LACC, and I wanted to make sure I finished in 2 years. So, making sure you get your transcripts in, and I'm actually going to talk about that next, is final transcript. So final transcript is due October 14th. That is literally next week. That is next Friday. So for those of you who have no classes and you're relaxed and you're ready to start in spring, please, please, please send those final transcripts so we can set those up and post it in your account. So by the time orientation comes in the first week, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about what class is transferred over. Please make sure that you have that sooner than later. Now, I do want to get an idea. Who in here is a lower division student? You could, I'm trying to like put everybody's hand down here. Anybody?
I have like 61 credits. Do I like exactly 61? Do I count as lower division or upper division?
So that's a great question. So let me talk a little bit about the difference between a lower division and a upper division. So this year is actually for a very long time that we accepted lower division. And lower division is a student who has completed all their first-time freshman requirements. So what does that mean? When you graduate from high school, you have your A through G completion, and you have over a 2.5 GPA. So basically what our first-time freshman requirements is, you would have to meet all of that. In addition to that, you would have to complete your A2, which is your English composition, and also your B4, which is your math quantitative reasoning course. So those are the main two things that you're going to need to be considered as a lower division. As an upper division student, you've most likely already completed your 60 transferable units. You have over a 2.0 GPA. You finished all your Golden 4. And there's a difference between those two, right? The difference is that usually upper division, your graduation is looking a little closer. For those of you lower division, you're coming in almost as a sophomore, even maybe a freshman standing. So those are like the biggest difference. And that's kind of where I want, everybody. And I know this time around, we actually accepted lower division. So anybody who is a lower division, you can give me do we have a star in here? Or you could give me, I have a few hands up here. So I'm trying to see if I could lower your hands here. All right, anybody here, you could give me a thumbs up if you are a lower division. All right, Robert. So if you have any questions, Robert, at the end of our presentation, please feel free to reach out to us, okay? I just want to make sure that once we come towards the deadline, you have everything submitted, okay? All right, so transcript deadline, October 14th. Please don't forget. Those of you who did take any AP courses during high school and passed with a 3 or better, also send those to us as well. I recommend doing it virtually, digitally, having it directly to us, but you could also mail it to us as well, which is in the bottom right corner if you need the address. All right, so I'm going to move forward. So going back to one of our students who asked, like, I still have that incomplete message. Why does it still say incomplete? I already submitted everything. I've done everything. I did my intent to enroll. So this basically means is that we as staff, we are currently reviewing your file. It will continue to stay incomplete until we get your final transcripts and it has been already reviewed. Then you get your final letter. If you've already done your intent to enroll, all 3 steps, and you also submitted your transcripts, don't worry. It's not because it's incomplete. It's because on our end, we're trying to complete your application process. Okay. So good question. And we'll actually go to some of these questions. And I think Kobe, hopefully, if you could answer some of those as well to support the student. And if you want to learn a little bit more about why you have that incomplete and you have that yellow triangle, there's that QR code on the bottom right as well for you to kind of just get more information. All right, so let's just say you submitted your transcripts and or unfortunately you didn't get to pass your A1 or your A3, or you didn't hit that 60 units, and now you've been rescinded admissions. I wouldn't want you to worry. There is still a chance, okay? And the only way we can relook at that is if you complete a transfer admissions appeal process. This appeal process will give our staff a better view of what happened, right? So providing, any documentations, you're going to need to write us a letter, and also you're going to fill out this form right here on the right side. And, you know, just provide us some information. And you know what? You never know. The committee may admit you with an exception. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is it. I can't go to CI anymore. Don't worry. Just fill this out. Let's try it out. You have 15 days from the date that you get rescinded. You have 15 days to do that. So you don't want to pass that 15 days. After that 15 days, we may not be able to review it, and then that's it. Okay. All right, so I am actually done with my presentation, and these are like our main things that you're going to need to do to prepare for what's next in your admissions process. So I definitely want to take this time to answer some questions. So let me start sharing here.